Welcome back to REGTC. Back here we are seeing the final hurdle by both teams, the Shining Stars and the Easterners. Easterners in their all-black kit, playing from right to left. They will be starting right to left, and from left to right, it's the Shining Stars in the yellow, the gold and purple kit. Not in their full purple tonight. Purple and gold kit. They will be from left to right. Man in the middle is Javandre Victory. Able and assisted by the AR1 Kisim, and AR2 is the man Harley. Fourth official is Casilla Thomas. It's going to be EastEnders. It's Durant who's going to get us starting. Victorian's showing that the keepers are ready. His ARs are ready. And the whistle goes. Keely Durant picking up her position, sitting right behind the defense. Ball played over, cleared by Singh. By Manisha Minette. Look to put this one through. It is picked up by York. It's Fleming. Tossed for the ball. One there by Gaskins. Gaskins down the right flank. Gaskins has Hines for company. Ball cleared by Richardson. Momentarily, Hines. Picked up by Manisha Minette. A long searching ball looking for. Will not find a runner. That is Fleming. Not sure. Now can you tell me who's... Oh, you can't even see. It's Vanterpool.
You know, I'm not the person to ask, Millie.
Vanterpool puts it forward, cleared out by Brown. Nice. Oh, that was a good looking ball. Minute she was indecisive, wanted to make the run or not, and in the end, the ball going out of touch. Throw to be taken by, is that Brown, number 15?
Yes, that is Amira Brown. So it's going to be the Shining Stars looking to get forward. This one cleared away by, looks like, Ashida. And it's a good bit of pace being shown, trying to get in behind here. It's a hit at goal. She's taken down. And Boom Boom can come out to collect. No call from the referee. And now he will blow the whistle for the penalty. She was taken down, and now the whistle is blown. Penalty kick to the EastEnders. 3 minutes in, and the Easterners have a golden opportunity to take a 1-0 lead.
Hey.
The question now is, it's going to be Tunisia. I thought Lakoya would go for it.
Will it be Tunisia or will it be York?
Well, Tunisia standing at the spot. She's gone for the ball as well.
Tunisia will it. Up against Boom Boom.
Tunisia, she just needs to pick out the corner. Will it hits it? It's saved by Boom Boom. She hit it straight down the middle. Tunisia's not been in good goal scoring form as of late, which is why I question her selection to take the penalty. Had options. Lakoya can take them. She's very good on a set piece. York can take them.
Would you have trusted that one with Duran?
I would have given it to Lakoya. I would have given it straight to Lakoya.
We are looking.
Battle for fourth place. Winner takes fourth. Here's Janae Gums putting this one out wide, out of reach of Amira Brown, as will be a throw-in. Singh cannot take this one. She goes down the line in search of Meisha Minette. And now Lakoya steps out and looks to clear. The ball through, well read there by Mindy. Picked up now by Kit Kit. Puts one across well and just out of reach of everyone.
It stays in play. It stays in play. Was that Peters coming in there, Doc?
It may have been Albrina Peters.
Oh.
Kit can't get there. And now the Easterners can look to break away. It's Tunisia Willett leading the counter. No real runners ahead of her. That's a good ball out wide toward Gaskin. Gaskin trying to get there.
Not ahead of Niles. Of Hines.
Definitely not ahead of Hines. As my good friend Bino would say, not that one. Throw coming in. Again, looking to go forward. No real room to enter, though. Here come the EastEnders again. And again, this one is dealt with rather convincingly on the defensive side of the ball by the Shining Stars. Their makeshift defense, really, with Adana now being the last defender. It's holding up well. Billy, are you seeing that number one? I'm not seeing the number one out there for the Shining Stars.
She's not there.
Looks like Alt has dropped.
I'm not sure where you're seeing Alt.
Is that Alt? I can't quite tell.
I am not sure where you're seeing Alt.
No, that's not Alt at all.
It's Manisha who was dropped into that role.
Indeed it is. As it's put across. And that's dealt with for the moment.
Lakoya playing very high. And creating some headache for the Shining Stars defense.
Forced to play at centre back. Last time out with Mindy Phillip being out. Did a pretty good job. Scored an excellent free kick. Lakoya Kama. That's a good bit of inside-out work. Weaving and bobbing between players. And shifting one forward as well. That's the Meisha Minette that we know. Played across. As
Marcel.
it is Lakeisha Marcel. Looking to get in there. I was trying to remember her name. Again, we don't have the numbers. It's Lakeisha. And number 9. Back with Lakeisha again. Picked up by Vanterpool. Brown. Going forward. Trying to scoop this one out there. Vanterpool does very well. But ups it forward to no one in particular. And Janae can usher it back to her goalkeeper.
Connor has been doing a good job so far.
York misses the header. Brown back to York. Back with Brown. Brown looks to go wide. Lakeisha Lakeisha does very well. Lakeisha can feed it forward. It's just out of reach. Not the correct ball, in fact. But now it's York. York shifts one very well out wide. Sapphire Gaskin is in an offside position.
Just a bit of ill discipline there from Gaskin. And it's going to be a free kick.
Suction ball over the top and booted away. It will be a throw-in.
Curtains come down tomorrow. Tomorrow, by the grace of God, the curtains will come down on the tournament. Ball goes out of touch for throw-in. Sing with the throw. Sing takes the throw. Manisha Minute squares it across. Manisha Minute. Here is Fleming, puts this one through. Looking for Vanderpool, doesn't pick it up. It's Marcel. Tanisha Willett, looking for Duran, finds Duran too. Duran, Kaylee Duran, and puts it wide. Kaylee Duran puts that one wide. Good pressure by.
Should have done better with that one there, Kaylee. Should have gotten a boot around it. One of the best left boots you'll see on show here at the REGTC. It will be a goal kick to the Shining Stars. Booted forward, picked up by Vanderpool. Only as far as York. That's a very good bit of skill. And now she's breaking away at pace. Has a runner at the back post. There's Jadia there. She's developed a whole lot since she first started. I love her progress. I love the way that she plays as well. It's given away. Yes, Kaylee Duran trying to get inside.
Kaylee has done well. To even lay a foot on that ball, she did well. And Tanisha Willett.
Willett can shift it out wide, looking for Gaskin. It was deflected, however. And now it's Maisha Minette. Minette searching. Can't quite find Jadia Fleming. And the kick is miscued and out for a Shining Stars throw. Singer, Vanderpool, nodded away, and Tanisha gets her pass wrong. We'll take that one again. It's Singer. This time surpasses Vanderpool looking for Maisha. It's a good beat, but York gives it away, and it's Vanderpool around the outside, past one. Very well done by Lakoya. And it's a corner. Not the most conventional at all.
Not sure why she chose to go back into the 18 and just put it out for a throw.
You never go back across your goal. That's criminal.
It's going to be a corner taken by Vanterpool. Vanterpool serves it in. Cleared out. In the corner. Back to Vanterpool, but Vanterpool with a cross is going to be cleared by Keely. Keely to Nigel Willett, but it's picked up by Singh. Singh. Tussle for the ball.
And now it's Lakeisha Marcel. Marcel has Kelly on the inside if she wants to use her. It's going to be should be a free kick. It will in fact be a free kick in favor of the Shining Stars. Chip straight over, and it was looked like Gaskin out there. Picked up now by York. Now Willett looking for and finding Kaylee, but Kaylee's in an offside position. Kaylee Duran there just couldn't hold her run enough. Tanaja did very well to find her. The EastEnders in the early goings, they have had opportunities. They just can't seem to put it all together in the final third. As I will say, a pleasant good evening to Tony Fleming.
Good evening, Doc. Good evening to all of our viewers, our listeners. Good to be in the booth after a very long layoff stint.
Someone told me that they thought you got fired.
It's just
Tony was on an extended vacation.
the different commitments and the scheduling is pretty much interfering with some of the other extracurricular activities that I usually have over the course, especially over the course of the weekend. I would possibly say that my only off day would probably be on the Saturday sometimes.
Still
But
goalless.
nice to know that you have folks like yourself, John and Doc, holding down the fort. As always, you know that the pool of our commentators are very small and sparse from time to time. And as always has been said to us by the powers that be, that they would have wanted a lot of commentating and most of the games, and I think for this season we have done a pretty good job, if you would ask me.
Yes, indeed. I don't know if there's been a single game without commentary present. Whether it's one of us or it's Johnson or whoever. At times even Ambrell stepped in and did a bit of commentary. And Brittany Christopher as well doing some commentary. The man Remy coming in for a session.
It's good to have the numbers, and we want to get more people involved, especially on the female side of things, as much as possible. As we look at these two teams, Doc, the Shining Stars, they were a pretty good team last year. I know the EastEnders are just coming into their own and have shown quite a bit of improvement since they would have started, and promise as well. So, for especially for you and Millington, what are your general thoughts on not only the Shining Stars but the EastEnders so far for this 2023 season?
The EastEnders, they are a much improved side. The ball comes over, dealt with by Janae. And defensively, they've been a lot more sound than you have seen last year, really. That has to do with Mindy Phillip really getting herself back fit and up to football. As this one is dealt with by Janae yet again. And you see Janae Gums, she's really had a breakout season. She's really grown in confidence, and as her confidence has grown, her ability has grown as well. And they finally found their goal-scoring prowess in Kaylee and Tanisha combining. So they've put together a very solid side. While the Shining Stars, they're just injured. They are just injured. But when the Shining Stars are healthy, they compete with the top of the top. They have a very, very good side put together. They just can't get their best 11 on the same field.
Certainly, because Millie.
The only time for the season that Shining Stars were able to feel their best team, they defeated the Superstars.
Oh wow! So they are the only possible team who would have won out on the Superstars. Yes.
Indeed, the only team to have beaten the Superstars this year, and it wasn't even their full strength side. They just had their full core pieces because they were still missing maybe 4 regular starters. That will be a foul and a free kick.
Yes, well, I'm certainly sure they'll be looking, as we all eyes heading into the 2023-2024 season. Not seeing the legs of the mercurial midfielder in Bradshaw. She has played an important role for the Shining Stars as well as the Angola national team as well. But it's I don't know, but the Superstars, they have seems to be probably the most organized team, if you ask me.
And what the Superstars have is they have Kalia. It's a cheat code, really. You have Kalia, you win. Because when Kalia played for Stony Ground won. When Kalia played for Orange House Junior Girls won. And when Kalia plays for Superstars wins.
Yes, Kalia is a cut above, not to diminish any one of the players, but she has probably the greatest prospect in terms of pattern their work ethics after her. Then we may see much better showing from all of our female playing in this tournament and playing for Angola as well.
It wouldn't be an insult to call her a cut above everyone else, because the second leading scorer has, I think, 18 goals on the season. She has 40.
Wow. And that is saying something.
That's 40 with a game still to play.
That is saying something, really.
One of the greatest youth prospects. I think she's just 19, right? I think she's 19 now. Scoring 40 goals in the Women's Senior League. She was still able to go and suit up for the Angola under 19 side last year.
Yes.
And she's scoring 40 goals in the league. Here come the Shining Stars looking toward Jadia. Scooped over the top now for Fleming to get. And Jadia Fleming had a hit. Just couldn't keep it down.
Not only that, I think it was good pressure in there from the defender there for the EastEnders, coupled with the goalkeeper coming, narrowing the gap, and just causing a bit of a rush effort there from the striker there for Shining Stars. Probably not ball bouncing just a tad bit on the high side of things as well. And but good effort there and good defending there from the EastEnders.
Here comes a Kaylee looking to turn as Unique sing for company. And Unique does well to win the throw-in. It was actually a Lakeisha out there. Yes, it is a Lakeisha Marcel. We've been team sheetless all day. They've forgotten us.
All one of the main contributors for Team Sheet is the technical director in Colin Johnson. He has had other duties, I'm certainly sure, at this time. So I want to say congratulations to Coco as well on her nuptials today. And certainly sure that has been going very well. One of the players that I was really taking a liking to is the number 5 here, Vanterpool. Is that Kiana? She has got a bit of a skill, some skills, but for whatever reason, not as consistent as can be.
From the first time I saw her, I said she reminded me of Nanny, the former Manchester United player, because for about 5 minutes in every game, she looks like the best player in the world. But for the other 85, you forget she's on the field.
Yeah, see, don't know if attention deficit span for football sometimes lacks the intensity and just the grit and the guts sometimes. Not a really big, well-built player, but has certainly got the speed and some skills to match that speed as well. If she can just put them together consistently for an extended period, then, she might be one of the players watching as well.
Yes, indeed. A very talented young player as well. Very, very talented young player. I think she's 19 as well. Either 19 or making 19. Talent in abundance. We have very good young prospects here on the island. Just need to put it together at the international level, which is an area we've struggled in for years now.
I think too that might be down to the amount of football we play to start with, even though over the past couple of years we have gotten a lot more games in, but still playing good, competitive, consistent football is not to be had for the most part. We see clearance there from the Eastern defenders, and I think that's one of the problems.
As well, it puts a ball over, looking for Kaylee. Boom, boom, comes out for it.
Still the ever-present boom, boom. Good to see that she's still at it and going at it. Sometimes, before times in the earlier portion, as one of the on-field players, but have since taken up goalkeeping and has really given good service to the Shining Stars.
Long-standing servant. Does the job required now. She's been doing a lot more coaching than playing as of recently due to the breakout really by Delhi Gibbons as their number 1. But Gibbons is out. Boom Boom is back.
Yes, and I was really taking a look at the national selection setup, because we know we have the CONCACAF Nation League that's due in a matter of maybe a month and some, which is September 7th. And I must say kudos to all those who would have selected the squad, because it's a very young team for Coach Connor to work with. Lots of youngsters in between that setup. And what you really want is to get them into the big picture of things, getting them accustomed to these opportunities so that as they advance forward, they could have that experience as well, because we know that national setup and playing national against other countries is something totally different as we're accustomed to here in Anguilla.
Tunisia tries to slide one through. Dealt with by Talia. Under pressure now by Kaylee. Kaylee can keep this one in as well. Kaylee puts one across. Almost found the boot. It's Kaylee again. Oh, cuts back well. Kaylee Durand. Kaylee putting on a show. Loses possession, however. Here come the Shining Stars. Only as far as Mindy. It's a long searching ball. It's bouncing around and dealt with rather easily by, it's like Tiara Niles. Mindy again. Now Lakoya. Comes across to Amira Brown now. Brown. Looks to put one across. Dealt with now by Adana. Bennett with a missed touch. Right back to the EastEnders. Now Vanterpool lobs this one forward. Jadia takes it down. Maisha. Mindy steps in again. Vanterpool. Mindy is there again. Vanterpool yet again picking it up. Trying to get around Mindy. But Mindy is there again. Mindy is doing all the defensive work. And she does well to clear it. Tunisia. Putting one forward. It's a foot race. And Junique Singh will get there first. Takes it wide and concedes the throw.
Mindy's persistence is just amazing. Not giving up at all. But it's good to see the likes of Tiara Niles, actually. One of the better athletes coming through in the youth. I could recall that she and my daughter, Janique, they would have played some football. While Janique don't think that football is something that she'll want to get into because the kicks, but it's good to see Tiara Niles has stuck with it and has been given a selection, a call-up for the women's team as well on the national setup. I'm certainly sure my good friend, the man Andrew Niles, I would be proud of that as a former player of the national team of Anguilla as well, Millie and Doc.
Oh, very much so. You know, Tony, in the history of the game, continue to grow, and the mark continue to be left by families. You know, our fathers who would have played, and now we are seeing their sons or daughters coming through and playing not just in the league, but representing the nation.
Yes, certainly.
And as you're making mention of the young squad that has been named for training, Tony, you know, as we were speaking earlier when we were on commentaries in cricket, you know, it is important that you have youngsters coming through the ranks, you know, and develop from a very young age. We have gone even to the under-15s. I've seen 2 under-15 players in the national training squad, in the 30-man squad, and kudos to the selectors.
Yes, certainly, and you'll want to get them. Yes,
Minisha Minute with the build-up across, and well done there by Rogers. Still Minisha Minute with the cross. Mindy Phillips clears. Only as far as Niles. The pressure continue to build with the shot now. Connor was going to deal with that one very easily.
It's good work there from the Shining Stars, looking to see if they can pull a rabbit out of the bag there. And in the end, it was a left-footed shot there, but straight down the throat of the goalkeeper there in the EastEnders goal. But looking to at least break the deadlock here between these two teams. We've seen some good combative midfield football, great defending from either side. and hence the reason for the score being what it is now.
It's a very good run. Looking to get into the area as well. Ball not quite dealt with, and eventually they can look to clear it now, the Shining Stars. So for a throw-in.
Albrina Peters seemed to be invisible in the game so far, Doc.
Yes, indeed. She's not quite made her mark. Playing out wide today. And JD being preferred through the middle. JD has done her job. JD has played well. Same can't be said for Albrina Peters. As the referee just having a conversation with a couple players. Keeping the tempers to a minimum.
That is about the third time I'm seeing the referee calling plays. I think he needs to call the captain, and because you can't continue to have lectures as a referee.
It's not university. No need for lectures. You speak once, it doesn't work. Hold a yellow card.
He's persevering in that department. Whether he will say that won't happen in the next 45 minutes, that is due. We'll have to wait and see.
I think there's a reason I'm not a referee. I'm not very patient. I'm not patient at all. Lakoya, this one given away. Van der Poel looking to send JD running. And Janae does well to find Tanija. Tanija feeds this one through. It's Kaylee. Kaylee Duran in behind. Kaylee hits it. Saved by Boom Boom.
Yes, save there. But probably Kaylee not getting the power she would have liked on that shot. But still, nevertheless, effecting a save there. Ball bubbling somewhat in front of the goalkeeper there. But there's no player there to really take advantage of that.
They've had opportunities, the EastEnders. They've not capitalized. They've had a penalty saved. It's still 0-0. Still anyone's game. Here's York looking wide for Gaskin. Gaskin can get it back if she wants to. Oh, that's very good work there by Talia Hines. Hines looking down the line. It's cut out well. It's like Ashida there. Gaskin puts that one all the way across. Lakeisha will get there, you know. Lakeisha Marcel puts it back across. It's over everyone's head. And, that will be a foul and the free kick the way of the Shining Stars.
Yes, certainly an easy one there for the referee.
Kaylee coming in very hard there on the back of Manisha Minute. And a free kick awarded.
Yes, the EastEnders could certainly do with more players into the box there, especially when they are on the attack, in the attacking third. I mean, you see there's a tussle between two players there, and coming away with it is the EastEnders. I'm looking at the center circle. Good pass there to, is that Kaylee?
It's Marcel. Ball cut out by Van der Poel.
Okay.
Brown. It's Jenny Gums. York picks it up and drops it for Rogers. Niles.
What Niles looking elegant, chest chopping.
Ball played through. Gums is going to clear it out for a throw. Well, no, not for a throw in. It is still the Shining Stars. It's picked up by Niles. Niles with the cross, attempted cross, and blocked there by Rogers. It's going to be a corner kick.
Yes, Niles pulling out the trick there, chest chopping nicely, and then moving, advancing forward with the ball. She has really improved in terms of her ball skill, playing. And, a lot of times we complain and we, frown upon a bit of the female football, but so far they have come quite a long way in trying to really fix the nuances, the skills of the game as much as they can. Here's a short corner kick taken quickly, really.
Ball given away. Gaskins. Cross to Cayley. Cayley picks it up. Cayley travels. Cayley shows too much of the ball to Hines. Hines looking for. And
goalkeeper has a pretty good left foot there.
Yes, indeed. Connor's a very good young goalkeeper as well. As Janae steps in, and Janae will win the throw-in.
Effort there to keep that one in play, but not enough space.
There's a Lakeisha. I'll get there ahead of Singh. It will be a throw-in yet again. Throw comes down the line, taken by Brown toward Willett. Willett cuts inside. Well, Tanija Willett. Tanija. Still going, Tanija. Now feeds this one wide, but Gaskin is offside. Took a bit too long to feed the pass.
Yes, and it's good to see good recovery walk there from Vanterpool. She would have sprinted from her midfield position and getting back there just to stem the flow of the attack there from the EastEnders. And if they certainly want to get a point out of this match, they'll need to continue playing the way they are playing at the moment. But it's good to let our viewers know that, well, it's been some pretty good opportunities there for the EastEnders.
Played forward. Cut out well. That looks like Brown, but she loses out. Janae comes to clean up. It's deflected. Not quite clear just yet. Jadia. And it will be an EastEnders free kick. Approaching the halftime whistle. Still goalless in this one. But the EastEnders have had their fair share of opportunities. They should have the advantage. They've missed from the penalty spot. Tanija Willett, the guilty party. Janae plays this one out wide to Ashida Hodge. Launched forward. And it's picked up. It's Kaylee. And she hit it a bit too early. But Tanisha Willett is there. And Tanisha is going to clean it up. And in the 43rd minute of play, the EastEnders have the lead via the boot of Tanisha Willett.
And it was only a matter of time, Doc, because the shot was not powerfully struck, but for some reason, the approved fashion that Boom Boom is going down to collect the ball for some reason, almost as if she's giving a set for the onrushing player. This time, there was an EastEnder close to the bubble, and all she had to do was just help it into the back of the net because the goalkeeper in Boom Boom was flat on her tummy and couldn't do anything absolutely to effect a save.
Willett with her 8th on the season. EastEnders have a 1-0 lead. They've had their chances. They finally take one. Shining Stars have to answer. Because as things stand, the EastEnders will take 4th.
Yes. And the goalkeeper there, Boom Boom, really upset with herself. She'll definitely have to be careful when those shots are coming in.
Come forward. Ball bobbling and bouncing, and it can be played wide because Lakeisha's out there. Here's Lakeisha Marcel with Singh for company. Lakeisha does well to get inside, looking for Tanija. But Tiara Nile steps in. It will be a throw, and the throw will go the way of the Shining Stars.
I must say Niles is really putting in a good shift in midfield, trying to link defense with attack. But you can certainly do with some more help, especially in midfield from the likes of Vanterpool, maybe, and well, even Minute.
Two minutes to be added to this one. 2 minutes of added time. Lakoya. As a bullet forward now. Sheila Hodge shifts this one out wide. Here's Gaskin. Gaskin putting one forward. That's dealt with by Adana. Now to Nigel Willett, the goal scorer. Willett beats one well. Willett tries to poke it through. Now York picks it up. York wide for Gaskin. Shining Stars. The defense is held up. She's dribbling herself into trouble. It had to be booted away.
Yes.
Lakoya comes out now. And she'll give away a free kick. Free kick that's booted long. Picked up by Jadia. Jadia tries to play this one across. Still Jadia tussling for it. Very well done by Ashila Hodge. It's a good touch by York as well. And York plays this one wide for Gaskin. Sophia Gaskin runs out of room. It's a ball forward that's not going to be picked up by anyone in a yellow and purple. It's a good turn, but Talia Hines now gets in the way. Still awaiting the halftime whistle. As it can now be collected by the EastEnders. A chance for one more attack. It's Lakeisha. Amira, she gets cleared out. That's going to be a free kick.
Yes, certainly.
And the referee has the decision to make.
Is he going to pull
He'll
a
go to
card,
his
maybe?
pocket
Yes.
and deliver the card. Junique Singh goes into the book.
Yeah, just a tad bit late there. Been quite interesting to see had she really got past Singh, what could have happened on that move.
Lakoya puts it high. It's into the area. Tanaja won't get there. Misha can boot it long, and that's going to be the halftime whistle. And at the half, the EastEnders, they should be about 3-0 up right now, but they will take the advantage into the halftime whistle. 1-0 off the boot of Tanaja Willett, scoring her 8th on the season.
Yes, Willett really picking up a loose spell there from goalkeeper and making no mistake at this time, putting it into the back of the net to give the EastEnders a 1-goal cushion heading into halftime. The Shining Stars, on the other hand, the coach Leon, he will certainly need to at least maybe adjust and try to re-energize his team with a team talk to get them to see how best they can get back on the score sheet. We'll take a break here and come back to you in maybe about 8 or 10 minutes so. Until then, we hand you back to Master Control. Good evening again. Welcome back as we kickstart the second half of this our final Saturday match, which would be for the 2023 season. Doc, John Millington. The EastEnders, they have got the 1 goal cushion. Seen the substitute being made there by the Shining Stars.
Yes.
They're just a little bit more composed, not as fleet-footed, but at times a lot more composed on the ball. I've seen her scored goals already, so maybe looking to see whether or not she can get on the score sheet as well. The EastEnders, on the other hand, they will be looking to at least to push the scoring on in this final 45 minutes.
Yes, Alt and Lake, Carissa Lake. Lake on the field for Richardson, and Alt has taken up that centre mid position.
So that's going to certainly give Niles a chance to maybe push a little further forward to see if she can affect any effort on goal as well.
It is good to see, Tony, that the young Connor, she took over the last 3 or 4 games in goal from Hodge, the more senior accomplished keeper, and she has done a tremendous job thus far.
Yes, Davia, seasoned veteran. And maybe not in age, but certainly in terms of games played throughout the female football fraternity.
Tony is certainly in age.
In age as well?
Yes,
okay.
Connor is a Form 2 student?
I'm not too sure how.
She played for she should be going to Form 2. Something of that sort.
Okay.
But Connor would have played for the junior girls.
Mm-hmm.
She's a keeper for the junior girls and the junior boys. She keeps for the junior boys as well.
Oh, wow.
Yes. She did well in the tournament. There's a ball that is played through. Albrina Thomas running on to this one. Peters. Albrina Peters. Not the best effort there to find Fleming.
Good move here, but not the best of passes going forward. It's going to be a throw in there to the Shining Stars.
It's going to be Hines with the throw. Looking for Niles, not going to pick it up. Ball played across field. It's going to be picked up by Vanterpool. Vanterpool looking to get around York. It does so nicely to Minish a Minute. Minish a Minute is dispossessed by Gums, that's Jenny Gums, and wins a free kick. Gums going down.
Not sure if that's an infringement there, Millie.
Tony, we have stopped calling infringement. We have stopped questioning referees in the commentators' booth. We are told time and time again we are not referees. Somebody said that we want to be referees, we want to be coaches, and we can't do our job. Peters, still Peters. Ball goes out for a throw to the EastEnders. It's going to be taken there by Rogers. That ball was out.
Yes.
That ball was out. Kaylee Durant. Kaylee pulls it back. Kaylee shifts. Kaylee shifts again. Oh, that's an elbow. That is an elbow.
Was an infringement, but
that is an elbow.
Was it Kaylee who gave the elbow?
Yes.
Oh, well, Come is she not getting a card for that one?
That's a result, but Tony, that's a card.
Yeah.
What was the communication like? That's a card.
Kaylee just overdoing the dribbling there, going left, coming right, going left, coming right again. One too many.
Comment. Alt clears. Jenny picks it up. Vanterpool. Alt drives it forward. Fleming. Too heavy a touch. It's going to be picked up by Brown. Oh, good work by Fleming. That's a foul. Oh, no, says the referee. That's no foul.
Well.
Play football says victory. Coach. I'll be honest, I'm not pleased with that one at all.
Yes, sometimes spectators can see, as much as we may not be referees, at times you know when the call is questionable. Ball boot into touch, and would have probably taken a deflection there as it was cleared by Alt. It's going to be a throw in there to the Shining Stars, looking to get back on equal terms here into the 53rd minute of play. 1-0 in favor of the EastEnders.
Goal coming in the 42nd minute of play from the boot of Tanijah Willett. A ball that was partially saved by keeper from a Kelly Duran shot. Ball getting away from the keeper, and the follow-up shot nestled in the back of the net by Willett. League drives this one forward. Rogers. Finds Gaskin. Gaskin finds Kelly. Kelly gets past Alt. Kelly gets past Lake. Kelly Duran with a cross. Good work there by that's one by Vanterpool. Vanterpool puts it forward for Peters. Peters has Rogers. And Peters had no energy. What was that, Tony?
I'm not sure, but she's just as if to say, well, you can have it. I wished I can see this effort on a consistent basis from Vanterpool. She just looks so smooth playing the football. She looks smooth passing it, knowing what to do with it. But man, it does not do that as often as she needs to.
She was injured for a number of games. She played with heart rather than anything else. Here is Willett to Duran. Duran has Hines. Duran lays it off for Gaskin. Gaskin picks it up down the right flank. Has Hines. Hines gets the better of Gaskin. Oh, and gives it away to Willett. Willett shifts. Willett has Lake, and Minute can come away with it. But just as far as Mindy Philip Webster. Mindy. Again, good work by Alt. Fleming gets around Gums. Has Brown to contend with. Ball goes out of touch, and it's going to be a throw to EastEnders. Vanderpool knocks it out of touch again.
Yes, well, almost a blunder there by the defensive for Shining Stars, Millie.
Indeed. But so Lake did well. Sinclair's. Nequania.
A little bit loose there. And the Shining Stars player was just allowing too much, showing too much of that one. What obviously picked up a throw in for her troubles as well. So looking a little bit more purposeful, the Shining Stars, but they're still trailing. And we'll definitely want to keep it. So a 1-goal advantage just to see whether or not they can equalize.
Well, this can be trouble. Good foot in there by Lake.
Yes.
It was the dangerous two of Durant and Cayley. And Durant, here is Vanderpool down the right flank. Vanderpool can't get around Jenny Gums. She had runners, she had Minutes, she had Peters, and she had Fleming in the 18. But good work done there by Jenny Gums.
It's good defending there because had Vanderpool get around the Gums, that could have been some trouble there because she had support, she had runners, and she would have created space as well for her to do anything to pass properly.
True taken. York. Still York. Oh, good work by Singh. Janique Singh. Heavy touch. And Marcel can clear. Only as far as Alt. Alt finds Niles. Niles looking for Peters. Cut out by Rogers. Rogers drives it forward for Duran. Duran has Carissa Lake. Lake. Gets a boot in. Kelly turns back. Gets it to Gaskin. Gaskin sees Tenasia Willett. Gives it to Tenasia Willett. Willett has help on her outside. It's Marcel. And the ball is won by Minisha Minute. Down the, gives it away. Picked up by York. York drops it wide for Duran. Duran, too heavy a touch. That will go out of touch. It's a throw into the Shining Stars.
Yes, love to see the intensity that Joan bring, especially attacking and going forward. Looks a good prospect. But each minute she'll certainly need to be taking care a lot more of the ball. Picked up position quite easily, but then just gives it back away to the EastEnders. And you can't do that if you're trailing a goal to nil.
Here is York. York, ball coming off. Alt, and Boom can't keep it in touch.
Well, I think that she could have done better if she would have just tried to keep it in play with the boot, as opposed to going from that height down so close to the line. There's no way she was going to effect the save, and she gives up a corner, which could be dangerous.
York with the service. Jenny with the header off target. She would have scored in the last game, and she wants to repeat that dose. There is movement on the EastEnders bench. Looks like Lee Kung has gone to a warm-up. Lee Kung would have scored in the last game against the Gazelles. Came on very late, and she did put one pass Deandra Fleming. Kaylee Durant. Kaylee to Willett. Willett with a shot. Oh, making a hash of that one.
Yeah.
That was a delightful pass.
Yeah, she had it straight down the middle, straight down the center, and just a looping lob shot there that took it all the way over the bar. She'll want to have that one back for sure, but good play there by Durant, really setting the table there and making a meal of it. And this is the one who would have scored the goal. Is that correct? Yes.
Willett.
Yes, Willett. Yes. With John, it's good to see the crowd in. I'm looking down in front of us, seeing a group of youngsters in blue T-shirts. I don't know if they are from an organization watching the match, but a good little crowd in at hand watching this encounter.
There is York down the right flank. York at the byline. York dispossessed by Hines nicely. Hines. Common with the crossing. Not the best of clearance. If it's. Isn't that a handball?
Well,
Peters has come on to contend with Rogers. Alt puts it forward. Sabrina Peters has Mindy. Can't keep it in play, and it's going to be a throw into the EastEnders.
you should have done better with that one.
True taken. Ball goes out. Yes.
This time.
Shining Stars for the throw.
There's a bit of excitement here. But it's the EastEnders in the ascendancy. The goal coming in the 42nd minute of play. And they're holding firm to that one goal cushion. The Shining Stars on the other hand, fighting for all it's worth and just trying to not allow any more to go past their goalkeeper there and to see how best they can get on the score sheet to equalize this match as well. But they'll definitely need to have more possession and making a lot more moves going forward.
Indeed. Well, Tony, tomorrow, by the grace of God, it's a big day.
Yes.
We certainly will go and get our blessings in the morning by the grace of God.
Yes,
We
sure.
must go to church, get your blessing. And if you don't have a church of your own, you are invited to sit your faith, Church of God. And
I don't think I've ever been by your church, so one of these days I might probably come and check you out.
the invitation is yours.
Paul and I go way back. We used to work together one time at, while it was Cable and Wireless, then it became Lime
Then it became Flow.
Flow. So,
It has changed names so many times.
yes,
You
rebranding.
Tony, you tell some youngsters about Cable and Wireless. They don't know anything about Cable and Wireless.
Of course not.
They're too young. Yes. I invite you over. The invitation is yours, Pastor Paula Gums and brethren. Very hospitable place of worship. Following morning's worship, it's cricket, and then it's football. It's right back here.
Yes, the first game should start somewhere around 2:30. Got the champions of St. Martin coming up against the champions of Anguilla, the Docks United. And that should be a good match as well. Do hope that the spectators would come out, and that so too we'll have two good games of cricket tomorrow.
And then, Tony, the Sunday, the weekend, it all caps. It all cap off with the party game for the Superstars.
Yes, the
It's a
superstars.
season-ending game for the Superstars. It's Collier who is in charge of 50 goals for the season. It is unheard of. Collier Johnson is in charge of 50 goals. Can she get it tomorrow? Here is a ball squared in. It is still with the Shining Stars. Tara Niles, and it's going to be a corner.
It's good work there by Tiara. She's trying to. Not many players you see trying to at least cross with their left foot, but she seems to have a pretty good left foot on her as well. And like you said, it's going to be a big game tomorrow. The youngsters, on the other hand, would want to foil. Here is a corner kick taken.
Cleared by York. Only going to fall to Hines. Hines drops it wide for Niles, who is offside.
Yes, Niles is just maybe taking just a tad bit too long to get out. Maybe just a little bit spent with the energy and the effort she has been putting out there in midfield, trying to link defense with attack as well, playing from the midfield. I'm certainly sure that she will be desperately trying to really get a second win to continue. Meantime, the ball is booted upfield.
Minisha Minute finds Niles again. Minute. Plays it through. Oh, that's not offside. Oh, offside flag going up, Tony.
Yes.
That one is close.
Yes, she's certainly in offside position. And over on the far side, right on the ball and the pick of things. They are making no mistakes, absolutely. And like you said, Millie, the game tomorrow, Collier certainly will be going for 10, but not sure that would happen this time around. Coach Boris and the youngsters will certainly have other ideas.
We'll certainly have other ideas. Will they be able to stop Collier Johnson? It's the next question. Here is Tunisia with it, who does well. Shifts and gets it to Kaylee Duran. Duran, dispossessed by Nekwanya. Niles. Oh, good play there by Rogers. Squared it through for Gaskins. Gaskins find Duran. Duran dispossessed by Hines. Niles. Minisha Minute. Niles. Minisha Minute. Puts it forward for Peters. Peters pulls it back. Puts it across. Connor will take it. The deflection coming off. Minisha Minute. And no damage done.
It's good football there by the Shining Stars, trying to string some passes together. Eventually getting a shot, but not to trouble the keeper. And Haley is off to the races again. And this time just to poking it and not getting the ball directed on goal that goes across the goal line for a goal kick. And in the meantime, we are going to see a substitute.
Yes, Gaskin is going to give way to, is it Lico? I'll wait to see the player. Do not have a sheet.
And I kind of like this move here from the Shining Stars, bringing Van to pull closer to us here and try to see how best she can link with Tiara Niles in getting down this left side.
But more than that, they are going to need the speed of Van de Poel to stop Lico, because Lico is fast.
Yes.
Lico is very fast.
Well, I must say though, Coach Ham has got the EastEnders well drilled. He's one of those hard, tenacious, gritty, tough defender in Cleo Ham there. And as much as possible, always try to have his team organized as the best way they can. We have seen that from the EastEnders here, not giving much away at all, both in midfield and especially in the defensive third. And they have so far held on to that 1-goal advantage as we head into the 72nd minute of play. So time is certainly running out here on the Shining Stars if they are to get back an equal term to get a point out of this match.
That's 19 minutes or so to go. Ball has been thrown off the field. Seemed to have gone soft. Losing a bit of pressure. And at the same time, eating some time off the clock. Time that you need. Yuck. Good work by Militia Minute. That looks like De Souza. Rogers puts it forward. Liko. Can't get around Niles. Vanderpool. Carmont does well. Hines to Niles. Niles. Minute gets around to Naja Willett. Back to Niles. Oh, Rogers was there. And it's picked up by Tanisha. Runs straight into Alt. Keely looking to get and cannot get the better of Hines. Hines puts it out of touch.
Yes. You see the big sign, Inter-Academy Camp. Can you tell us anything about that?
On the Inter-Academy Camp, the guys from Inter Milan, the four-season camp as it is called, have been here for 2 weeks, last week and this week. So they are doing the camp with a shot coming into goal. Oh, fumble right in the goal line and almost going into that goal.
Yes.
So the beneficiary of that camp thus far has been most of the players for the under 15 boys and girls national setup, who will be traveling shortly to represent Angola. And there was a cohort last week, and there will be another one starting next Monday. Well, this week, Monday, and next week, Monday.
It's a little bit of aggression there from Vanderpool. Just probably running out of steam there. But she is putting in a good shift. Yes, you can see trying to catch a breath there. It's Vanderpool. He's switched. He's going to the bench area, maybe just for a drink of water or just to cool off a bit. But she goes down now, so probably maybe just picking up a knock there.
Vanderpool would have come into this game, as I would have alluded to Tony earlier, and that she has not been the fittest, not just been the fittest, but she has been carrying various niggles throughout the season, and she has played more with heart than anything else for the Shining Stars.
Well, and like I said, she's very slender built, and maybe as Doc was saying in the early portion of this match as well, it's certainly similar to the likes of Nani. Nani was one of those players who had tremendous dribbling skills, and at one point was touted to have even had more of a dribbling skill than the great Ronaldo of Portugal as well. Nani himself being a Portuguese player, but he almost was following in the footsteps of Ronaldo as well. He came and as a young player was signed by the Manchester United team, but didn't live up to the expectation, and I don't think he's actually playing football. I think in the last bulletin that I would have read of him, really.
Now, Tony, I'm going to ask you the same question. I'm not sure if I have to stone you as I would stone Doc. Who's the GOAT? Is it Messi or is it Ronaldo?
Well, certainly Messi brings more to the table for me, even though Ronaldo was a Real Madrid player, a team that I support for quite some time.
Here is York with a shot, blocked by Lake. Niles can come out with it. Oh, that's a foul.
That certainly should be a card there.
Absolutely no effort, no attempt of playing the ball.
Yes.
And the ref comes across, goes to his pocket, and says, that's not a good play. That's not a good play. I can't afford that.
But what was good though, Millie, is that she really acknowledged it. She really knew she would have out there, and they went to the player and said, "Well,
tough luck. I'm
yes,
sorry about
yes,
that.
yeah, that's good."
You know, one thing that Tony, that I keep questioning is, you know, why do we foul? Pick up cards unnecessary. That's a useless card.
Yes.
Look at the distance from goal.
Well, I guess
You still have your several defenders back there. Why are you going to take up that foul?
There's some players who just I'm saying to themselves, "You're not going to pass me by any means necessary," and so I would stop you if I even had to foul you.
That's like a Matthew Brown. I am afraid every time I see Matthew Brown on the field.
Matthew is one of those tough players.
He's very tough, a tenacious player.
Yes,
Matthew Brown.
In spite of his ailment at times, he is a real hard-nosed player, man. Real hard-nosed players. Old school, we would call it.
Not afraid of going to the ground.
Yes, as I was saying, to your question, if I were to pick, I would certainly pick Lionel Messi, because to me he brings much to the table than Ronaldo. If you're looking for a person who's going to score goals, then Ronaldo might be the player for you. But and especially in the early portion of Cristiano Ronaldo's, there's a shot coming
in. And it goes
close,
out.
Yes.
Van to Pool, trying her luck.
Yes, in Cristiano Ronaldo's early engagement with the Manchester United, he had pace, he had speed, he had skill, but would have, well, not lost it, but tempered his game to suit what the team would have asked of him. That was his main intention, was to score goals and not to really be showboating like he once used to with the in the earlier parts of Manchester United. But the Messi brings more to the table for me, for sure.
Fleming can't get through.
Now, if you ask me if he's the greatest of all times, then for sure that will be a big no for me. Because I don't think he would have gotten past the likes of Diego Maradona and Pele, for those of us who, you know.
Tony, you see, the thing about it is, it's a different era. We're talking about a different era, completely different era. Here is Tanisha Willett. She steps on the ball. She stepped on the ball.
Yes.
Could have been something there, but she stepped on the ball. And it was cleared out by the Shining Stars. With just over 10 minutes remaining in this encounter. Throw taken, minute, puts it out, and it's going to be another throw into.
Yes, Millie, you might be saying it's a different era, but I am looking at who would affect the game more.
Minisha minute. Look into and get past Webster. Minisha minute puts it forward for Vanterpool. But she has Gums to contend with. Gums puts it out for a throw in.
Yes, when you thought about Pele, the late great Pele and the late great Maradona, those particular two players will give you nightmares.
Different era. Different
Nightmares.
era.
And you know, the story has been told that I think there was another Brazilian player, I think his name is Garincha. They were even saying he was still even more in terms of skills wise better than the likes of Pele. So that could tell you. So
one of my favorite footballer
yeah.
would have been Ronaldinho. Oh, he had footwork. He can dribble.
Yes.
Here is Lico down the right flank. Lico with pace. Lico with the pass. Oh, and Kelly late does well. Peters can't get back there. Carmen. Nicely picked up by Alt. To Niles. Niles gives it away to Tenaja with it. Wins it again off her boot. Is Niles. Carmen drills it through. Naquania is there. Hines. Naquania. Alt. Hines dispossessed by Carmont. Carmont finds Tanisha Willett. Willett finds York. Back to Tanisha Willett. Willett back to York. And a 50-50 challenge won by Carissa Lake. Ball put forward. And good work done there by Jenny Gums. Carmont puts it forward for Lico. Lico with the cross. Carissa with the clearance. Fleming. Dispossessed by Webster. Philip. Lindy Philip Webster. Hines has York to contend with. York dispossessed Niles. Puts it through only as far as Hines. And Carmon puts it out of touch for a throw into the Shining Stars.
Yes, it's only running out of time. There's 6 minutes and a couple of seconds to go with whatever injury time we may have. It shouldn't be too much at all. But they're suddenly running out of time, the Shining Stars.
Yes. It's Lico. Oh, Lico. Still Lico. Oh, that's a good ball. Lico. Still Lico going. Told you, Tony, she's a player. She's a player. She may not have the strength, but she has the pace.
Yes, not a good cross she would have wanted at all, but good move.
There is going to be a substitution for Shining Stars. It's going to be Peters, who is giving way.
And that looks like the end of the shift for the number 3 defender here for the EastEnders.
It's Carmont. Also has picked up a knock. Carmont is off the field. Coming in, it's Harrigan. Diminutive Harrigan. Tanisha Wheeler takes it away. Ball runs long. It's Alt who knocks it out of touch.
Yeah, Alt. Putting in a good shift at the back there. Maybe had she been on in the first 45, might have done much help for the Shining Stars.
Kernick Harrigan, number 22, who took over from Carmont. And the ball goes out and be kept in by Minisha. Minute. Alt as well. Nequania drills it through only as far as Rogers. But good work by Fleming. Minute. Long searching ball. This can be trouble. Fleming. Oh, one-time shot. Not good.
Yes, one-time shot, but guess what? She had 3 defenders running at her, and not one of her teammates was close by, so she had to hustle that shot.
There's 3 defenders breathing down her neck. Here is Liko again, getting past Alt. Liko with a cross to Duran. Duran to Willett. Willett attempting to find Duran back. And the ball is played out by Carissa Lake.
Lake not taking any chance, absolutely.
Throw in, taken by Rogers. Liko. Tanisha Willett. Ball cleared out. Brown. Duran. Van ter Poel along the right flank. Hines. Puts it over the top. Jenny Guns. Minisha Minute gets back. Minisha Minute to Niles. Still Niles. Niles with a shot!
She
Very
did
soft
get a
one.
shot, yes.
Connor with the save. Still 1-0 in the 89th minute of play. Duran, do you think there's a second goal in this game, Tony?
I don't think so. Just about a minute and away from what would be full time. But then again, you never say never. I thought referee would have played a little bit of advantage there, but called the play back. It says free kick. Into the 90th minute of play, still 1-0. A goal that was scored in the 42nd minute, so they uphold form.
There is going to be a double change for the EastEnders as well.
Ball's been given away there.
Minute.
And that could have been trouble there. And that ball had been a little bit more target. Boom Boom would have been scrambling for all his what?
Marcel is going to leave the field.
Yes. We did have some World Cup football. The Women's World Cup would have started over the course of Thursday evening. Millie. See some wins for Spain, England, the US of A, and the likes.
All the big names and expected teams came out with wins.
Yet to see Jamaica play. Jamaica, they are in the zone with Brazil and France, so pretty tough zone for them.
Corner of the head of Lake. Tony, did you see the boat go up?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, with the cross. And handball.
That's a good
It's a
concept,
handball.
Yes.
Somebody didn't tell her that you play the ball with your feet, not your hand. Free kick to Shining Stars.
Well, need to get the ball, really.
To Nigel Willett and Marcel, the two players who have been substituted. Could be the last bit of action we see in this encounter, Tony.
Yes, could be.
Train to Shining Stars. Remember, tomorrow, curtains come down on the AFL WL. Football League comes to an end tomorrow. And in our first encounter at about 2:13, St. Martin, the winners of the St. Martin League, will be coming up against the winner of the Anguilla League. The Ducks United will be doing honors, and this is practice games for both teams as they look to head off to the club championship.
I know St. Martin is heading off to the club championship. I don't know whether Ducks was in that same vein.
I did have a conversation during an interview with the Ducks United highest goal scorer in the man nation, and with the coach as well. Both alluded to going off to the championship.
I did caught audio of the St. Kitts news, because the tournament is going to be held in St. Kitts this year, and whether that was before the confirmation. I know St. Martin is off there for sure, but there was no mention made of Ducks United, so that's certainly something that we will confirm again tomorrow, God's willing, when we do have them on our microphones. It'd be nice if they could go after the championship as well, to represent Anguilla as the champions for 2023. First time Ducks would have ever won in their long history. See, I certainly didn't see how much time was put up, Millie, but I'm certainly sure it's nearing that time now.
Here is Fleming making a run. Has Rogers. Has Mindy. Mindy clears it out. It's going to be a throw-in.
Possibly the last throw of the dice.
Referee. Victorine. And in control in the middle. Looks at his watch. Stops his watch. I think this may just be the last throw of the dice, as you say. Yes, that's that. 3 blasts of the whistle. And the Eastender is coming away with a 1-0-0 victorious over, being victorious over the Shining Stars, and will settle in 4th position in the AFWL.
Well, yes, and kudos to the Eastenders team, 2nd year into the competition, and it's building all along. And again, really played a hard-fought match here this evening against the Shining Stars. Shining Stars tried their very best to get back on equal terms, at least to maybe get a share of the spoil, but it was the tenacity and the real grit and fight of the Eastenders. See them coming away 1-0 victory, and the player of the game is that the goal scorer.
Yes, Tanija Willett.
Tanija Willett. Kudos to her. And just your final words from the band, Minute Man, the voice of choice there, John Millington, before we signed off here, and encouraging you to be back with us tomorrow starting at 2:30, God's willing. Till then, this is Tony, over to Millie, and then back to Master Control.
Well, indeed, it was a day when we saw the Queens getting the better of the Little Soldier. 7-0, a game in which they was a must-win for the Queens in order to have a sniff of that 2nd position. Their fate was indeed in their hands, and they have done what they were asked to do, and it's now on to the youngsters, where their fate is in their hands. And so they would have to come out with a draw or win tomorrow to secure that 2nd position. A loss will see the Queens capturing the 2nd position. No questions as to who the champions are. From about 4 games ago, the Superstars would have captured the title. So we will be back, as you hear, tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. when it's going to be the club champions, the league champions from St. Martin up against the league champions of Angola. And then at 8 p.m., it is a big one. It's a showdown, the season ender. No doubt we are going to hear some fireworks going off after the game.